Hey, in this video, I'm going to reveal the three-step framework that I've been using to charge $25,000 per keynote. That's been over time, obviously. Now, this short and easy tutorial, it has the potential for you to make 6 or even 7 figures from your speaking business. And honestly, if you want that, I'm here for you. But if you don't want to do that, I don't know what to tell you, right? For me, I'm like, this is a great way to go and serve the world, make an impact, make good income. So if you don't want to waste your time or energy on low-paying gigs, or you don't want to be compared price-wise to other people, this video is for you. So watch to the very end. I'm going to dial it all in for you, and I'll show you how you can sell your speaking services for 10 to 13 times more to your competition, so you can get a chance to speak at elite events like Amazon, PayPal, T-Mobile, Chick-fil-A, places that I've been, because it's all very possible no matter where you've started out. Now, honestly, as we go through this, I want you to realize that my goals provide a ton of value for you, not just for you to have just some insights, but things you can actually go and do something with. So we're going to walk through these 3 steps right now. Now, the first step is you must shift from speaker to solution provider. You can't just be a speaker. You got to be a person that provides a solution to folks. Truth is, your clients don't care about your speech. They don't care about your story. They care about results. You know this to be true, right? If I go look at a fitness business, I don't care how in shape you are. Can you get me in shape, right? It's a big piece of it. And so when people are looking for a speaker, they care about the results. Now, most speakers are trying to sell a speech, but high ticket speakers, people at a high level like myself, we're selling an outcome. We're selling some destination, a place that people want to have their audience arrive at that'll help the company in some manner. But here's how you can do that. You must identify a problem that you can solve. This isn't just about you telling my story and like, this is all the great thing I've been through and what I've accomplished. Yes, that's great for credibility, but I only need to know your credibility if what you're trying to provide as a solution is something that I want. If not, I don't care that you were a museum specialist, whatever. Like, I need to know that whatever your museum experience can provide me as a value is of value, right? So I got to identify, and you must identify, an actual problem. And you can target a group of people, a demographic, a problem that multiple folks have. But realistically, you want to find some place where you can go, hey, this isn't just a speech I'm giving, but an actual solution. Now, I help people do this. And the way you should think about this is by using a formula that's tried and true across the board. For me, I help individuals who want to experience more in terms of income and impact in their career and their company do more. But I kind of frame it differently. I go, hey, I help companies and individuals develop dominators' identities through dark work so they can optimize their identities for peak performance. It's the language that I use, right? It sounds kind of like wordy sometimes, but they go, well, what's that mean? I go, well, I help individuals and teams show up to defining moments with a dark work mentality of, I've done too much work in the dark to lose in the light. I help people show up to defining moments with the dog they need to fight. I develop teams of people who have grit, resilience, motivation, and can manage change without apprehension. Like, there's things that I deliver as a solution, not just a speech I give, right? So for you, you should say, I help blank a specific audience achieve blank a specific result, and if you want to, a specific time using your unique process. For me, it's dark work. Now, when I do this, it allows me to separate myself from other people that are just giving speeches. Because yes, a speech is great. It's a phenomenal tool. But if you aren't out there trying to deliver on a promise of a message that gets somebody a solution that they desire, you're just another talking head. You will never find yourself in a position to charge a high fee. And that's what most people battle is they go, well, I got a great story. I understand you do. I'm sure your story is amazing. Mine is. Many people have better stories than mine. But the idea is, can that story provide a specific message that is of value that solves a problem? You do that piece, you're going to kill it. Now, number 2, we'll call it stage or step number 2. You must position yourself as an authority. See, if you don't position yourself as an authority, then you'll sound like everybody else. But if you do, you'll have a massive level of respect. You'll have a massive level of authority, obviously, and people will care about what you speak about. Now, the way you do this is by honestly focusing on a couple pieces. To become a premium speaker, you must first have a price point that shows your premium. Sounds weird, but there's a reason why people buy Louis Vuitton bags over a regular bag from Walmart, right? It's just sometimes the separation of value and the credibility off purely the price. You and I both know some of those things we buy that are expensive, they're not sometimes better quality. They're just the fact that you feel good because you invested a higher level. In fact, I at one point lost a speech because somebody says, "What's your fee?" And at this time, I was like around 7,000. I go, "I'm gonna shoot high. I'm gonna go. I'm $10,000 for a keynote." And I said that 10 grand, and they go, "Sorry, we're looking for a $15,000 plus speaker. Thank you." And they got off the phone. In my head, I go, what just happened, right? The price alone was the thing they were looking for. So I go, great. I have to make sure they understand that I have a perceived value. So give a high price. Honestly, a less price, people see as less value. A high price, they, for some reason, see as high value. Now, you want to be able to back that up, obviously, but it's big to have that. Now, in the beginning, when you're just getting started, one other way of doing this is to make sure your value, your proposition, your positioning of what your outcome is, it should solve a problem that's a high value problem. And it should match the rate. For example, if somebody goes, "I'm going to teach you how to save your marriage for 99 cents. That doesn't make sense. Like, my marriage is an important thing for $1. I don't believe the value is going to be there. So if you can have a high value problem, have a high value solution, high price makes sense. So you actually charge a higher fee based on the solution that you are going to be able to navigate for some folks. It's a big piece of it. Another way to do it is get social proof. Find a way to speak at high profile events. Now, in the beginning, you might not get paid at all. Some people actually will have you pay to be in those stages. Is this a thing you do all the time? Absolutely not. But there are strategic ways for you to get in position, to get on a stage, to get the credibility from the video footage, to be in position to be on the stage in front of great minds that allows you to have that premium perception. That perception allows you to charge a premium later on. And then what you do is get great testimonials from big name clients. We've got great testimonials ourselves from the bigger companies we've been to, the Best Buys, the Dollar Generals, the PayPals, the Chick-fil-A's, the T-Mobiles. Why? Because those brands have credibility and they trusted me in front of their people. So if they can trust me, you can trust me, right? And it helps build your actual status, which in time, obviously, builds your fees. So as you do this, focus on that. And the way you also do it is you publish consistent content that looks the way your brand should be charging. You should have content that looks the part of a $10, $15, $20, $25,000 speaker. If you look like you're doing stuff randomly and crappily, no one's going to see you as high quality and high value. So make sure everything that people see of you matches what you're trying to charge credibility-wise. Now, step 3, you must package your offer. I say offer like a high-ticket product, right? You must package your speech, which is your offer, like a high-ticket product. Because truthfully, people, yeah, they're paying for you to come speak, but there should be more than just you showing up, talking, and leaving. What you do before, during, after, how you engage, all these little things, they're all kind of like pieces that make up the puzzle of you as a speaker for a company. So you should realize that when you're doing these things, you must build up this big value, but bundle things together. Like, we have a perceived value for my brand because of what I bring to the table beyond speaking. A customized pre-event speaking conversation we go through, which for me, it's just a pre-booking call. I call it a discovery call for the most part, but this pre-event discovery call allows me to get the right information to craft a customized keynote. Another value point, a customized keynote is big. I do pre-event sizzle videos, a video from me, just like this, to your people that allows them to get excitement about coming to watch the event. I do things post-event, right? There's going to be things that are given post-event for trainings to continue learning from what I initially distributed informationally on stage. There's so many different pieces that all together make it a high value, which allows them to go, this guy's worth us paying $25,000. Now, for us, the biggest way you do it is you sell the transformation, not just the speech. So yeah, I'm talking about a pre-event and a post-event. I'm really talking about how it's going to help them transform their audience to take action, to get into motion. Instead of just hoping that a speech is going to do it, we want them to be very, very clear on what's coming to the forefront. So I always emphasize the transformation and the outcome for not just the client, but for their actual audience, which affects the client. You want to put social proof in there as you can, if you can, where possible, to present you as this amazing person, an amazing speaker, things you've done. Show places you've been, videos from other speeches, podcasts you've been on, television. Show it all. It matters. Then also, if you have to negotiate rates, If you have all these things that come with you as a speaker, you can negotiate with integrity. It justifies you removing price if you remove a podcast or a pre-event discovery call or some sizzle video. These things all can be removed to justify negotiating prices if you need to go down. And this is why for most people, they can look at it and go, it makes sense. It makes complete sense why this person is this fee and why they charge this much and why some people don't charge and can't charge that much. See, low tier speakers charge like maybe $2,000 a keynote. And honestly, they could be sometimes skill set wise as good as a $25,000 speaker. Not usually, but they could be close, we'll say. The reason somebody might not make that $25,000 isn't always skill. It's the perception, it's the framing, it's the message, it's the all-encompassing pieces that make up that speaker. So if you're a high-ticket speaker, you should offer more than just that. And even more than just the things that come with you as a speaker, include things beyond the stage. You could include coaching, you could include curriculum, you can include consulting packages that allow a person to go, hey, I want this person to come go to a keynote, then take a private group of executives through a workshop a little bit deeper. It could be a keynote, workshops, all these different things. And what this really does is it allows you to really kind of flesh out this entire full-fledged business model as a speaker. Now, this last three things I talked to you are literally the exact framework that I use to charge $25,000 per keynote to this day, right now. They're not just random numbers. I've used this to land speaking gigs structurally for like Amazon, PayPal, Chick-fil-A, Dollar General, Google, Best Buy, like all these people I get a blessed opportunity to speak to. It's not by accident. You got to do actual work to present yourself that way. And if you follow these different steps, it becomes easier to shortcut that path for you. Now, you can take everything I've just shown you and you can honestly implement it yourself. I'm not going to lie. You can do it, bang it out, no problem, right? But if you're like me and then everybody else, like it takes time to get it right. You can refine it over time by yourself, but it does take time. But here's the reality. Building a seven-figure speaking business requires more than just prices and structure. You've got to have systems for generating leads. You must have a high-impact presentation and frameworks to match that. You must have corporate-level storytelling skill sets and abilities. You've got to have everything dialed into how you do outreach and nurture clients so when they're ready for a speaker, they think of you top of mind. You must have all the things that make your brand look proper. You must have the additional pieces that allow you to be able to do things beyond the stage and get contact information to initiate discussions with audience members or the company to be in position to actually serve them beyond the stage. And all these things, people can try to figure out on their own. You can honestly do it yourself, but I'll tell you this. If you don't want to waste hundreds of thousands of dollars and hours and potentially lose revenue, then I want you to look into having my team help you do this. We have helped over 500 speakers increase their rates from honestly just free to as much as in the first go, $9,000 per keynote, which was Aditya Guthrie. We've had Desiree King, who went from not really charging much to doing her first $10,000 and then $20,000 speaking gig. We have had John Petrelli go out and kill it and sign his first $18,000 booking. We had Michael Allison go in and made $2,500 in 5 speeches in 1 year to the very next year, getting 18 speeches, now charging $25,000 per keynote. We've done this countless times. We love serving people at a high level and having them get their first bookings, like Jarvis Leverson got his first $15,000 speaking gig. And then after that got 187 different conversations and leads beyond the stage and 31 speaking leads from one event in Kansas. Like these things can be done, and it's not about how great you are, it's how great your business system is built. So you've got 2 options. You can try and figure it all out for yourself, leave thousands on the table, or we can help you build a 7-figure speaking business that encompasses all your great talent and skill set and puts it into a seamless, beautiful business structure that makes you not just a regular speaker, but a high-fee speaker. It doesn't work for everybody, though, just so you're clear. We don't actually have a chance to work with the best of the best sometimes because the best of the best, they aren't opening their mind and dropping the ego to go, I need help. Also, we sometimes get to a point where we don't have the ability to help people who aren't willing to help themselves, meaning they won't admit that they got to work on something, or they're too stuck in the we'll call it scarcity of like, I got to figure it out on my own. I got to be self-made. Good luck. Myself included, I have never been self-made. I don't care to be. I want help. I want someone who's been there to show me how to get there. And so if you're in a position where you could be a good fit, which is I'm cool with dropping the ego and getting help, and I'm willing to actually do the work, we can serve you very, very well. So if you're ready to start getting to that point of charging what you're actually worth, Click the link you see below, book a call with our team, and we'll guide you through step by step how to build an amazing speaking business that serves people at a high level skill set wise and a high level income wise.